Joe Candelora reading for Inspector Hubbard, DialM for murder.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm Chief Inspector Hubbard. I'm in charge of the criminal investigation for this division.
I think I gave your sergeant all the necessary information.
I've seen his report, of course, but there are just a few things I'd like to get firsthand. Now, I gather my sergeant only saw you for a few seconds, Mrs. Wendice. Mrs. Wendice?
Yes. Look, my wife suffered from the considerable shock.
Yes, that was a very nasty experience you had. Now, do you mind if I take a look round?
Go ahead. Bedroom, bathroom, or through here.
Well, certainly didn't come in through the bathroom.
And the kitchen has bars on the windows.
Mm-hmm.
We assume he must have come in through these windows.
Now, I understand you weren't here when this happened, sir.
No, I was at a dinner party at the Grendon Hotel.
Just down the road.
Yes, by a curious coincidence, I was actually phoning my wife when she was attacked.
So I gather. Now, can you tell me exactly what time it was?
I'm not sure.
Well, did you notice, Mrs. Wendice?
No, I didn't.
Well, you phoned the police at 3 minutes to 11, sir.
Let me see. Yeah, in that case, it must have been about 11:15. But by the way, won't you sit down, Inspector?
Well, thank you very much.
Have you got any idea who he was?
Well, yes. Well, at least we've discovered where he lived. There still seems to be some confusion about his real name.
Oh?
Well, he appeared to have several. Well, now, have you ever seen him before?
What? No, of course not.
Well, here.
Oh, is this him?
Yes. You don't recognize him?
No, I never saw him.
Did you even catch a glimpse of his face?
No. You see, he attacked me from behind. It was so dark I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, but before I showed you this photograph, you said you'd never seen him before. Now, how could you know that if you never saw his face last night?
I don't quite understand. Inspector, my wife simply meant that as far as she knew, she had never seen him before.
Was that what you meant?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, how about you, sir? Have you ever seen him before?
Nope. At least...
Yes?
Yeah, it's very like someone I was with at college. Mustache makes quite a difference.
Uh-huh. Now, what was his name?
Now you're asking... it's been nearly 20 years since I left.
Was it Lesgate?
No.
Wilson?
No.
Swan?
No. Swan? Wait a minute. Swan, yes. Yes, that's it. Look, here's an old photo taken at a reunion dinner. We were at the same college. There he is. It's unbelievable.
Did you know him well?
No, he was senior to me.
Have you met him since then?
No, come to think of it, I did see him quite recently, but not to speak to.
Uh-huh. And when was that?
Well, about 6 months ago. It was at a railway station. Waterloo, I think. I remember noticing how little he changed.
Had he a mustache then?
No.
Mrs. Wendice, would you show me exactly what it was that happened last night?
Tony, do I have to? I'm afraid so, darling. I was in bed when the phone rang, and I got up, came in here.
Did you switch the lights on?
No.
Now, just show me exactly where you were standing.
I stood here. I picked up the phone.
Are you sure you had your back to the window like that?
Yes.
But why?
Why not?
Well, why go around the desk? I should have picked it up from this side.
Surely, my wife can remember.
Just a moment, sir.
But I always answer the phone from here.
Why?
Well, so that if I want to write anything down, I can hold the phone in my left hand.
I see. All right, go on.
Okay, I picked up the phone. Then he must have come around from behind the curtain, attacked me. He got something round my neck.
Something. Now, what do you mean, something?
Well, I think it was a stocking.
I see. Now, what happened then?
Well, he pushed me over the desk. I remember distinctly feeling for the scissors.
Where were those scissors usually kept?
In that mending basket, but I'd forgotten to put them away.
Now, what makes you think he came from behind the curtains?
Oh, where else could he have been?
The curtains were drawn, I suppose.
Yes, they were.
Did you draw them yourself?
I drew them, Inspector, before I went out.
Did you lock the window at the same time?
Yes.
Are you quite sure of that, sir?
Perfectly sure. I always lock up when I draw the curtains.
Then how do you suppose he got into this room?
Well, we assumed he broke in.
There's no sign of a break-in. The lock's quite undamaged.
But he must have. I mean, I got back, the window was wide open, at least. Margot, are you sure you didn't go out into the garden last night and forget to lock up afterwards? Well, I did go out for a moment. After you attacked me, I wanted to get some air. I pushed the window open and I stood on the terrace outside.
Did you call for help?
Well, I'd just spoken to my husband on the telephone.
You say you pushed the window open. Are you sure you didn't unlock it first?
Oh, yes, quite sure.
Was it already open?
I don't remember.
Mrs. Wendes, why didn't you ring the police immediately after this happened?
I was trying to get through to the police when I discovered that my husband was on the line. So, well, I naturally thought he would call the police from the hotel, before he came here.
Didn't it occur to you to call for a doctor?
No.
Why ever not?
He was dead.
How did you know that?
It was obvious.
Did you feel his pulse?
No, of course I didn't. I mean, anyone who realized he was dead just wouldn't look at those staring eyes.
So you did see his face after all?
Well, I saw his eyes. I can't remember his face. Look, Inspector, my wife has obviously never seen this man before, and if he didn't get in by those windows, how did he get in?
Well, as a matter of fact, we're quite certain he came in by this door.
But it was locked. Margot, did you open this door at all and forget to close it after we'd gone? No.
How many keys are there to this door?
Well, only 2. Mine was in the handbag, and you had yours with you. That's right.
Has the caretaker got a key?
No.
Do you employ a charwoman?
Well, yes, but she hasn't got one either. I'm always in when she comes. What makes you think he came in that way?
His shoes.
His shoes?
The ground was soaking wet last night. If he'd come in by the garden, he'd have left marks all over the carpet. He didn't leave any because he wiped his shoes on the front doormat.
How can you tell?
It's a fairly new mat. Some of its fibers came off on his shoes.